Title of this chaupai, A Friend Indeed. When we hear about giving or receiving a mantra, we immediately connect it to a ritual. No such formality is seen anywhere in Ramayana where Hanumanji initiated Vibhishan into the path of devotion. Then which mantra is Tulsidashi referring to? Vibhishan was already a devotee of Sri Ram before Hanumanji met him. It was a rare inclination in a hostile environment of Ravan's enmity towards Sri Ram. It is easy to worship Sri Ram for a devotee living in Ayodhya, but it is extremely difficult to do so in Lanka. Vibhishan's extraordinary admiration towards Sri Ram is evident from the fact that his home was decorated with symbols of Sri Ram and has a specific place for a temple in it. There was a basil plant in a front yard. These signs attracted Hanumanji towards his home. On entering the house, Hanumanji found Vibhishan just getting up from sleep and chanting Sri Ram's name. By this, Hanumanji became sure that he had reached a devotee of Sri Ram. In the ensuing conversation, Vibhishan demeaned himself, saying that he was born in a wrong family, surrounded by demons, was living in an environment not conducive to spiritual growth, and hence was not worthy of Sri Ram's bliss. Hanumanji removed this self-defeating negativity from Vibhishan's mind and assured him that Sri Ram's compassion is showered on every soul and he was no exception to it. Moreover, Vibhishan was a passive devotee to Sri Ram. When Hanumanji inquired about Sita, he immediately informed that she was an Ashok Fatika under Ravan's captivity. Isn't it surprising? Undoubtedly, Vibhishan was a devotee of Sri Ram. He was well aware of Sita's abduction by Sri Ravan. Not only that, he also knew where Sita was in Lanka since a long time. But he never went to rescue Sita, nor did he oppose Ravan on the issue. Shocking, isn't it? Many devotees in modern times belong to this passive category. They worship their respective idol of God within the confines of the four walls, but when it comes to constructively contributing to the cause of the divine, they retract. In fact, they are so much engrossed in their illusory satisfaction of being a pure devotee, it does not even occur to them that they need to be proactive. During their meeting, Hanumanji infused self-esteem in Vibhishan by saying that by being born in a particular family does not disqualify an individual from attaining spiritual progress. A genuine seeker definitely attracts a state of the highest bliss through Sri Ram's grace. The Lord unites him with an able saint in the form of a friend, philosopher and guide. When a seeker faithfully follows the saint's guidance in a letter and spirit, all his ambiguities are removed and his vision becomes clear. He gathers courage to stand for the truth in spite of all impending adversities. This is akin to him performing penance, which washes away all his blemishes and realizes the supreme. These stages of development are observed in the life of all devotees. We observe these stages of evolution in Vibhishan's spiritual life too, after his association with Hanumanji. One who was timid and submitted to Ravan's sinful acts earlier was now emboldened to give righteous advice to Ravan on several occasions. Later he surrendered to the lotus feet of Sri Ram and was finally crowned as the king of Lanka. Still the question remains, which mantra did Hanumanji give to Vibhishan? Study of the Ramayana reveals that though there is no formal ritual of Hanumanji giving a mantra to him, Vibhishan picked up when Hanumanji was enlightening Ravan about the need to surrender before Sri Ram. Pranatpal Raghunayak Karunashkarahi Gayan Saho Prabhu Naraki Twab Asa Bisari. Lord Sri Ram, who is a protector of supplicant, leader of the Raghu clan, ocean of compassion, enemy of Kara, will forgive your misdeeds and give shelter if you seek his refuge. Ramcharan Pankaj Udarahu, Lanka Achu Rajutum Karahu. Install Sri Ram's lotus feet in your heart and rule the kingdom of Lanka forever. Ravan did not pay heed to these golden words of Hanumanji. As a result, he was vanquished. On the other hand, though it was not addressed directly to him, Vibhishan picked up the essence of these mantras and implemented them in his life immediately. That instilled supreme faith in his devotion, created a positive attitude, infused courage to stand against Ravan's tyranny, and eventually disqualified him to be closer to Sri Ram. Ultimately, the whole world knows that he became the king of Lanka. The definition of a mantra is mananaya trayate iti mantra. A mantra is a formula that protects when contemplated upon. A mantra given by a sage or from scriptures is certainly more beneficial if it's contemplated upon knowing its true meaning. But even if one chants it without knowing its meaning, it definitely reveals a positive effect. Each mantra has its own sanctity. A folk story lubricates this aspect of a mantra. Once a sage was bathing in a river and saw a crane picking up fishes and eating them. After it ate the fish, it would pour water and rub its beak on a stone. During this, a rhyme occurred to the sage, and he started murmuring it. Gis 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 gisat hi upar lagavat pani, gis karesi gisat he vohi pat majani. Rub, 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 rubbing and pouring water on it. Cause of the rubbing, I precisely know it. Since the rhyme appeared to be interesting, the sage kept repeating it. A king passing by coincidentally happened to hear it and remembered it too. The rhyme got etched in his mind. The following day, during the king's morning chores, a barber came to shave him. While the barber was rubbing the razor on his sharpened stone, the rhyme flashed through the king's mind, and he started uttering it out of fun. Rub, 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 and pouring water on it, cause of the rubbing I precisely know it. On hearing these words, the barber got shocked and started shivering. He immediately fell at the king's feet and meekly sought his pardon. The king was bemused at the barber's profusely apologetic behaviour. Being very clever, he took the barber into confidence and cajoled him for the explanation. The barber blurted out that the queen and a minister were in love and had hatched a plot to kill the king. They had enticed the barber with rich rewards if he sliced the king's throat while shaving his beard. They had assured him that the whole incident would be passed off as a mere accident. The king got alarmed on hearing this, saying, rub, 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 rubbing and pouring water over it, cause of the rubbing I precisely know it. That had assured him that the whole incident would be passed off as a mere accident. The king got alarmed on hearing this, and without losing time, initiated corrective steps. The unfaithful queen and a deceitful minister were imprisoned and punished heavily. The king went to the sage and thanked him profusely for the mantra that saved his life. The moral of the story is, if an ignorant person is benefited by chanting a mantra, just imagine how powerful an effect it would have if recited with full understanding. Let's go to chaupai number 18. Jokes